So what's up everyone? Welcome to Drawing Every Current Capital City. My name is Julian Dunn, and in this video, the next capital city I'm about to draw is going to be Edmonton, Alberta. This is going to be our last big Canadian capital, and then for a little while we're gonna push through the smaller Canadian capital, and I'm quite thrilled for that because we're not gonna move on to a bigger Canadian capital for a little while after this one. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and get to work. Edmonton is currently the second largest city in the Canadian province of Alberta. The city is right behind the back of Calgary. The city is located on North Saskatchewan River. The first known settling was around 3000 BC or maybe as early as 10,000 BC, and the last ice age was finishing up. This led to the wildlife, timber, and water being developed. Edmonton wasn't the only place around here being inhabited for years and years by the First Nations in North America. In 1795, the Northwest Company established Fort Augustus, that's north from the city. The Northwest's competitor, Hudson's Bay Company, established the Edmonton House, which is not far from Augustus. Both forts got moved south to the Rossdale Flats in 1802, but moved north briefly before moving to Rossdale Flats again in 1813. When the Hudson's Bay Company and the Northwest Company merged in 1821, Fort Augustus was no more and Fort Edmonton stood tall, and this fort had operations for Hudson's Bay Company. The Rossdale area was still in use until the year of 1830. The flooding took place and a new fort had to be built on higher ground. Fur trading was dying during the 1860s, and Fort Edmonton got abandoned decades later. Eventually, this fort got torn up in the year of 1915. The first settlement to not feature or involve the fort was in the 1870s. The Canadian Pacific Railway and the Calgary and Edmonton Railway helped out Edmonton. The city became Alberta's capital in the year of 1905, and coincidentally, Alberta became a province along with Saskatchewan that year. The Canadian Northern Railway caused the city to explode when it arrived and was expanding. The early 1900s was a pretty special time because Edmonton's growth caused the real estate boom. In the year of 1912, Edmonton merged with the city of Strathcona, which is on the south side of the North Saskatchewan River. This caused Edmonton to have land on both sides of the river. World War I was about to begin, and Edmonton got hit quite hard, but slowly the city recovered in population and economy during the 1920s and 30s. It got hit hard again during and after World War II, though. In 1987 was a pretty rough year for the city because, well, you want to know how? An F4 tornado obliterated it. 2 years later, Edmonton had its very first mayor to be a lady, and she is Jan Reimer. I also can't forget to mention this. Edmonton is named after the town in London, England. Some of Edmonton's nicknames are Canada's Festival City, City of Champions, and the Oil Capital of Canada, and there's a bunch of other nicknames for the city that I am not going to mention because there's literally quite a lot. Its motto is Industry, Integrity, Progress. Edmonton is home of the West Edmonton Mall, Art Gallery of Alberta, Fort Edmonton Park, Muddart Conservatory, Law Courts, Princess Theatre, Royal Alberta Museum, Edmonton City Hall, Stantec Tower, the Rogers Place, which is home of the Edmonton Oilers, a hockey team, University of Alberta, Commonwealth Stadium, or it's also called Brickfield at Commonwealth Stadium. It's home of the Edmonton Elks, and last but not least, the Alberta Legislature Building. Edmonton is the birthplace of these famous people, such as athletes John Scott, Jake DeBrusque, and Brendan Gallagher, internet star Maxime B, and actors Michael J. Fox, Tommy Chung, Nathan Fillion, Jill Hennessy, Genevieve Buchner, and Ray Dawn Chung. This drawing of Edmonton, it was brutal. It was really haunting me. It was torturing me, and it left me just like the other drawings that I would do in the past. It left me with some stains on my hands. I would get ink on me a lot normally when I do these drawings. It, it wasn't as brutal as the Quebec City drawing that I did a while back, but still, this drawing, it left me with small back pains, of course, and I had to stretch millions of times. My neck wasn't really killing me. I don't remember. There's a few reasons why this drawing took a while for me to complete because, well, it has to do with the hesitation. I did hesitate a lot, and also I did have to do a couple favors for my mother. I had to check the mail. I don't know how many times, but I did receive some calls from my mom, so that's why. Also, there's another reason why this drawing took so long for me to get past. Not because of the hesitation, but also the amount of details I had to provide for the trees, for the buildings from a far distance. Yeah, it was just, I got no words. Okay guys, here's the finished capital city drawing of Edmonton, Alberta. Lovely drawing and the lovely skyline, the lovely city of Edmonton. I did not expect this drawing to take that extensively long, nearly 4 hours or over 3 hours of work. I really love how this turned out, and I finally drew some clouds for the first time in a while for a capital city, or for any city. You got the skyscrapers. I'm not really too familiar with any of the skyscrapers except for this one, except for the tallest one that you see. You got the river. I believe this is the North Saskatchewan River. Drew some trees, a bridge, more trees in the background. Yeah, this drawing is really pretty. I took my time, of course. I didn't want to rush. We covered 9 Canadian capitals. We got 5 more Canadian capitals to go. We are flying through, pushing through with these Canadian capitals. All of us here. Again, I really love how this turned out. Really gorgeous. Edmonton, Alberta, everyone. Edmonton. So that is going to be the end of this video. Stay tuned for more content, and I hope this video was quite enjoyable to watch. I hope you people enjoy your weekend. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your time. Feel free to subscribe to this channel. Feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I love to connect with you people. And also, feel free to follow my Facebook page. So, I will catch each and every one of you guys later.